4 years ago, I was inspired by John from the YouTube channel Hounds of Howgate to walk the Cape Wrath Trail. After turning 65 at the end of July 2023, I embarked on my 18-day attempt to join these other intrepid hikers. So join me as I drag my old body over 4x4 tracks, single tracks, pathless tracks, bogs, midges, river crossings and all the weather elements Scotland has to offer. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So day 4, Cape Wrath Trail. I just left that cool bothy just round the corner, bottom of that hill. I'm a little bit out of breath. It's the first, it's a little steep climb just up there. Gets your heart pumping. I'm the last one to leave. Callum and Kai left. They're actually going up this mountain here in the clouds, and then from there they head over up that ridge and then they drop down into Surleys Bay. I'm actually going in that little saddle there, climbing up there. You get up to the top of that, and then you head down up with the first glimpse of the Atlantic, which is cool. GPS is working. I have to admit, I do like this bothy life as opposed to the tent life. I like meeting the people there at night, and it's so nice to be midgie free and actually wake up in the morning and have lots of space to cook your breakfast and get things ready, lay things out, put it away, as opposed to trying to do everything inside your tent, which is a pain. And that's the bothy, just down there. And it's actually a seemingly good track kiss. We head into the forest, and reputedly the forest can be quite boggy. I'm going to show you these little things. Oh. This little thing here. Now these don't bite. This is called a deer kid. A deer kid. And D-E-E-R-K-E-D. And they're little buggers too. I haven't heard of them biting anybody, but they're unbelievable indestructible. I mean, you flick them off and they'll just come back up again. Crazy, man. Crazy. And I can feel the wind already, which is so cool. Having a wind when you hike, climbing up these glens is a bonus. And one last look here of Glen Desiree and the bothy, and the wind is here. It is so good. I'm so happy, so happy about this, man. Oh, I think it's supposed to rain quite heavy, really heavy on a Friday night, Saturday, which is a little bit concerning because I have to cross the river at the top of Kinlochhorn next to the deer hut, and that's the one that's if you get up there and it's in spate, there's no way crossing that. I'm going to have to camp inside that little hut that Sarah and John, Sarah from Fit for Adventure and John from Hounds of Howgate on YouTube stayed at. Cramped to say the least, but you need to wait until the weather disappears. Okay folks, I'm going to walk along this lovely track here in the morning. It is now, I left at 8:30, so it's now just about 9:15, and we'll mosey on. Well, I came to the junction here on this forest road where I can continue on through the forest, but the wind isn't, you don't get the wind there, and it goes into like a boggy rough path after this, I believe is what they told me. Yeah, see it? Or you can cross this bridge, and this bridge is like rickety as shit. Look at this, man. Wow, how cool is that? Yeah, well, I'm just going to put the camera away and walk over this, or maybe walk with it like this. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Look at that. That's magnificent. That is just classic. Look at that. I can actually see, I'm listening to Lord of the Rings, I can just see Gollum hitting a fish off of that rock down there. Wicked. Wow, look at this. Sedimentary rock, no less. You know, sedimentary? See all the lines? See it? built up over a millennium. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, this is lovely. What a lovely little area. You can see how strong the water must get here. It's just actually carved complete hollows in the rock here. Beautiful. That was quite boggy back there in one part. I should have got the camera out for you. It's about maybe a 20 foot, 8 foot section, but I managed to skirt around it. And I think I've made the right decision here, because I think the other lower one would have been really boggy. But more than that is the trees have been keeping the wind out. But here I'm just getting towards the top here. I should be hitting another track, skirting the outside of the forest, and I've got the wind coming from behind me now, and it's starting to pick up a little bit now, but it's cool. It is so cool and refreshing. Just have to watch it don't cool down too much. So it's like nothing boggy wise. This is crazy. There we go. There you go. This is awesome. Now there's a style that seems to go nowhere. Huh. The trail goes up here and then the trees finish, and I should pick up another track. So very good. Oh yeah. Oh, it's just so, when you're hiking up, you start to get a little bit hot, so that wind is just beautiful. Okay. Well, that was quite fun. I was just filling up my water bottle and I forgot I had this in the pouch and it fell in there. I'm glad it's waterproof, the camera. So yeah. So Callum and Kai I was staying with last night are climbing up this mountain here over in the distance with their packs. Pretty bad. Okay, I'm almost at the end of this Glen Destry forest, and it's going to head up to the top of the Bealach before I drop down to the Sorleys. So, continue on! And this path has been a bit boggy here, coming up to the forest, but it must have been hellish. So I'm glad I came this way. As we got to the end of that, section of the Glen Destry forest, that was actually a rough path, boggy in places, but I think higher up is better than down there, because I believe the path comes out from down here and just joins. Yeah, it's here. You see the path there. They came out of the forest from down there and just joined me here. And I'll actually get up through here, and I think I might be passing. I might either up this one or passing over here. Can't quite remember. That looks quite steep up there. I think it's going to probably go around the glen and up around the corner there. We'll see. We'll see. I can look at my map, but it's a beautiful day again. So much easier with that wind. So much easier with that wind at the back. Okay, let's go. Glad the camera's still working. So I've just been walking my way up the glen here. I have been following the actual path that was on my GPS and on the maps, but to be honest, I think for future people coming this walk, I'm going to give to the cool and come out the Glen Destry forest. There actually is a new, somebody's obviously been making some adventure 4x4 track here. You can see all has been placed here in the boggy parts. It's a distinct 4x4 track. But this actually is nice and flattish area, and it can winds all the way down. The actual trail goes up and down and around these rocks, etc., and then cuts back here. So this would save your legs if you were feeling tired. But anyway, I'm actually on it now, so that was a bit of a stupid thing. I should have followed that earlier. I was thinking of following it. It looked a little bit boggy, but it'd have been nicer because it's next to the river. Anyway, I'm just heading up here towards the pass. This has been a really pleasant day so far. So yeah, over the top here, it heads back. It goes for maybe a couple of kilometres, flattish, then heads down towards Sorleys. We'll see a good view of the loch up here. I hope to get a cell reception up here too. I'm going to phone ahead to Kinlochhorn and bed and breakfast and see if I can book a breakfast and a shower for Saturday morning, and give them a credit card, get a good breakfast there. If I arrive there, I'll probably might get there on Friday evening, but it's going to be a push to try and do that. So anyway, yeah, this is cool. No deer today yet. No deer so far. I've only saw the not saw any animals today. Other than those deer kids, those little bugs. Oh, see, this wind is fantastic. I'd say it's about 10-12 mile an hour. absolutely brilliant. Brilliant hiking weather. No rain, overcast, no sun, keeping cool, wind at your back, no bugs. God, I mean, this is day 4 of Cape Wrath Trail. I've seen videos, people are absolutely freaking drenched at this point in time. My feet are dry, though they're damp. I'm disappointed with the Gore-Tex and these Accu boots. Even when you get a little bit of water on the top, they seep in. So I'll be complaining when I go back over there, and that's just ridiculous. But my feet are not like saturated like you see people's feet. Might happen later, but not yet. Okie dokie, up we go to the pass. Oh, that's pretty good. I'm actually at the top. That wasn't even a climb, I think it's just a gradual ascent from the forest. Anyway, I'm at the pass, and there definitely is, you can follow that 4x4 track all the way from the bottom. They've actually put a new road in, it's actually a road. It's a wee bit boggy in places obviously, on that route they're taking. This is the original path I'm on, with a K and a K and a K and a K and a K. A can, a K and a K and a K and a K. That's for you, Sarah, for Fit for Adventure. Yeah, so actually, to be honest, I could imagine the Cape Wrath ultra runners would just actually walk straight across there, man. That'd be awesome for them. Anyway, I've got a couple of miles, I think it's on this. As you can see here, really quite interesting. Yeah, see? How cool is this? Straight through the ground, I'm roaming in the gloaming on the Cape Wrath Trail. I'm just an old man with the wind at my tail. With my sogging boots, I couldn't give a hoot, 'cause I'm roaming in the gloaming on the Cape Wrath Trail. Impromptu, that's for you, Neil, from Double Travels YouTube. Check it out. Just picking my way across this. It's actually rugged, tough going here. I mean, not tiring, but it's just, you have to take it easy, take your time. I'm going to fill up with more water here. There's the Loch and Amame down there. And again, check this out. Beautiful, look at this. Of course, I'm the only guy here. How beautiful is that? Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm so glad I've actually got good weather for you guys back home to see how stunning my country is. Unbelievable. And I'm actually listening to Lord of the Rings and Two Towers as we speak, which seems quite apt. Okay, onwards. That's me just finished past the two lochans there. Just heading down towards the Sorleys, and let's give you a different view here. Path along the lakeside, the lakeside, I was going to say, the lochans there. It was really cool. I have to admit, it was lovely. I was thinking of having a good wash in that loch up there. I should have probably had a good wash in the loch. But it's a lovely, this is a lovely walk. This is basically hill walking that I like. It's completely remote, and you've got a nice path, like this sort of path. It just makes me have a big happy smile on my face. Okay folks, I'm going to stop at Sorley's Bothy and soon up here, so if when I get to the first view of the loch I'll take some pictures, and I'll see you then. So I just climbed up from down there. It's windy up here as you can see. I just climbed up from the river down through here. I span around now. Check this out. Oh my freaking god! How gorgeous is that? And the wind's probably blowing, I would say, 15 miles an hour behind me here. See the grass is blowing. How is that? Yabba dabba doo! Oh, gorgeous! Yeah, so I'm heading down there. Solly's is down at the bottom of the bay here. Wow, gorgeous. The tide should be going out. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'm just picking my way down here, but you can see it's actually rough going. This whole section has been like, even on the way up, it's been a bit like this. You really have to, you know, there's a path there, but then the path just sort of disappears and you have to pick your way up. But the views down here just lift your spirits. And the tide is out. You see the tide is out? Yeah, Ian did the preparation well. I'm going to have noodles at Solly's Bothy down here, and I'm heading around the beach to avoid it up over the hill towards Carnoch, River Carnoch. Since the wind is here, I think the midges will be at bay. Cool! Here is the actual Bothy at the bottom of that hill there. Super, huh? Took me about half an hour to get there. Okay, next one, we're there. Over the bridge here, coming down from the hill. That's a steep hike down. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I've actually repaired this bridge. The old bridge is underneath it. It's like a bridge on a bridge. Look at this. Fantastic. Fantastic. Bridge upon a bridge. Climb up here. I think Peter, who came last night and left at 5 o'clock, he'd be lucky to get, he'd have been lucky to get here for 10 o'clock last night. Right. Wow, can I way down from my way up there? Crazy stuff. Look what we found here. As I said in my previous video, I says Peter will never make it. I better catch him up as early as sure enough. Here he is. I was thinking to myself coming up that last night, Peter. I thought to myself,
you didn't tell me you were a YouTuber.
And I did tell you this was tough yesterday, a rough section. You says no, it's a quick path. I'll be there in 3.5 hours. So and then we've got Callum and Kai who left me this morning, and they never did any hills. They just came up and took the easy way, which is cool. But yeah, I was actually, when I was walking up there today, and I'm like, oh, Peter, I hope I catch up with him. He's got to be freaking livid, man, when he last night could have up this. Anyway, that's good. So the whole group's together. Is this a guided tour party? I wonder what food they've got. I'm going to get some free food off them. Let's see what we get. See what we can back with. Look at all these guys. Who's the guide? Oh, that's awesome. You must bring more food then than normal because you're a guide.
Well, they brought their own food, eh?
Did you bring your own food? Have you got anything decent?
I've got a packet of chocolate biscuits if you want.
I just want a biscuit.
Yeah, have a packet.
Just one. No, I don't need a packet. I just want one biscuit.
Are you doing the Cape Wrap?
Yes.
Are you? Nice.
65 I turned a couple of weeks ago, so I thought I'd try it.
Yeah, why not?
I just need one biscuit. I was going to, what's that, a hobnob?
These
They
are
are
like
hobnobs,
little
chocolate.
cakes.
I'll have one of them, please.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Take a
See, they never believe me. He says, Ian, you're a chancer. I've actually got food. I'm going to put my noodles on. I just wanted to come up and see if I could get get a biscuit from a travelling group. You guys, so you camped someplace last night?
just by the Bothy.
Yeah, cool body. That's what I want.
Were you inside?
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Nice in there.
It was cozy, had the fire
Were
on.
you on the right hand side or the left?
Oh, looking at the door, I was on the left. It got a little bit colder than the right.
Have a decent Kit Kat as well.
Have a break, have a quick crap. That's awesome.
Maybe
So,
give me the one that's
so where are you all from then?
Vermont in the US.
Where?
Vermont.
Vermont?
Yeah.
I'm from Seattle actually.
You?
I am.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Norwegian, but I've been in Seattle 25 years. I had jet lag the first 2 days. I was knackered, I flew in Saturday.
So I actually live up in Kinlochleven nowadays.
Say again?
Kinlochleven?
Keep about it. You're from Kinlochleven?
Nah, I'm from Wales originally, but I've been living up here for a good few years.
In Kinlochleven?
Aye.
I'm
just
from Mowbray, Leicestershire.
Maybury,
Mowbray.
Melbury. I don't actually know where that is in Leicestershire.
Pork pies. Google pork pies.
Oh, I love pork pies, man.
Going on about?
Love
Yeah.
pork pies.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, don't say what, Nazareth or something, Bethlehem.
No. We'll just go with Philadelphia.
That's true, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They're true places. Yeah.
Martin Guitars is based in Nazareth, that's
Yeah.
why I know. I've been to Nazareth and Bethlehem.
Oh, yeah?
So whereabouts did you say?
Harrisburg.
Oh, Harrisburg, yeah. Where are you from?
Derby.
And this is your husband.
No.
Is your husband here?
No.
You're wearing that ring on a trail and your husband's here?
It's not here.
That's a lot of weight to carry.
It is extra weight. I've packed it in. It's all right.
That's awesome. Derby, very good.
Yeah.
Well done. Cool, so that's me had lunch. It's got dark there, I guess. Yeah. Okay, that's cool, that's me had lunch. And I think Peter, who was left late last night, 5 o'clock, he was still here. He was absolutely knackered. Got here at 10 o'clock last night. That's what I thought. I didn't think he'd be able to push on. And he's going to join us, but as we started heading off. Since the tide is out, go around this headland. And had super noodles. That was really cool, really enjoyable. So now we're going to see if I can head up as far as I can up the Carnock River, and big climb tomorrow. So let's hope the midges aren't as bad as what people have been making out and that wind comes. Okay, let's get around this headland. But what a day! Actually, I put on suntan lotion. Can you believe this? I mean, just unbelievable. This is a sea loch, longest sea loch in Scotland, and I came down from that valley up there. Awesome. That's me. Just turned the headland here around the beach. Saying goodbye to this set of scenery, and we're now heading into here. So effectively we're going to go up the Carnock River. So we're going to go up here. It's going to get quite boggy, and I'm going to hug this shoulder here all the way, and so I don't have to cross over this boggy marshland. I'll just check my bearings here. Actually, you can see the Carnock Bridge in the distance. Crikey, that was quite funny. Well, I mean, that could have been dangerous there, but I've not fallen in the bog or fell over in the entire trip yet. And I came down this little embankment to cross this river at this ford. And there was a hole at the bottom. I put my ankle in and poof, right over my neck. It could have been a broken neck, a broken leg. But anyway, it's cool. So here we are, first river crossing. Easy peasy. Look at this. It's more of a ford. Just walk straight across this. Yeah. No problemo. There you go. Shallow. A nice ford. Yeah, these are Gore-Tex, but they are now seeping with water in them, so I'm sure it'll dampen off. Anyway, I just have to go up here. We go again. So you can through all that bog, and the French people, I just caught with them there. They're going down that way. You can handrail the river up here and then around the corner, but this is what we're climbing tomorrow. I thought it was that one for some reason, but it's not. It's this one. Anyway, there's two different ways, a high road and a low road, and I'm taking the high road route because I believe it's going to avoid all that climb over boulders along the river. Okay, let go. Still good spirits, still feeling strong. Well, you know, I'm sure I saw Peter pass me when I was filling up with water. I'll be back there when I was following the French people and I thought I'd gone the wrong way. I don't see him anywhere ahead of me, he's never that far ahead. Now that river, I was following them up, was the wrong way. There was two rivers. I hope the hell he's not going up. I really hope he's not going up the bloody river, the wrong river. I don't see him, he's not that far ahead of me, there's no way. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this ridge here, where it comes down, I think, is where these campsite is. I'm hoping anyway. So we'll see what happens to go on. But anyway, we're now, and this is where I'm having to climb tomorrow, over that sucker, through that gap there. So you see it comes down here, then it comes down there, and there's a gap. That's a climb tomorrow morning. 1800 feet. So this is the part where I think everybody goes wrong. They continue straight on and they go wrong following this river up there. The path actually heads up here. So you need to look for this, like a cairn, like a big cairn thing with some, you know, heather sticking at the top of it. There's a broken down tree here, and there's a definite sort of change in the coloration of the grass. But there's a path that goes up here, and this is the right one. So a lot of people that go wrong who follow the river down low, they end up going through all that crap, hand-railing it, rocks, boulders, when there's actually a path on the hillside above them. So don't make the mistakes, folks. If you're coming from Cape Wrath Trail in the section between Surloes Bothy and the Barrisdale Bay, before you climb up over the mountain there at the head of the Carnoch River, make sure you keep to the high point. I actually started this high road path here. Somehow I managed to go down to the river, so I just bushwhacked it all the way up here from the river, because that's the boulder section here. So this is the actual right trail here, folks. If you're ever stuck down in that river here, you're in the wrong place. You need to be this high up to avoid clambering over all those boulders. Okay, I'm on the path now, thank God. It's a nice little tough section to the end of the day here. I came up from the, all the way from the, round that valley there, around here now, up here. And I'm so happy. It's like, I mean, there's hardly any water here, which is actually worrying me. Hold on. Ha! There'll be a trickle of water up here. Oh, I can hear more water ahead. Yes, it's now 10 past 5, so I'll probably get there for 20 past 5, which will be 9 hours with an hour break today. So yeah, that's 8 hours on the move actually, I think. Something like that. Scottish Highland grey brick road. Follow the grey brick road. Follow the grey brick road. Follow and follow and follow and follow and follow the grey road. I am at the campsite. Yabba dabba doo. Oh God. Glorious. Glorious. I've been dreaming about this for years. Years. Haha, nailed it. Nailed it. Yep, look. Oh baby. Hello. Hello. Magical. Absolutely. Look at the day I've got for this. Somebody up there likes me, and I don't believe in any sort of religion, but I mean seriously, 4 days without rain, minimal midges, finally got here, and there's wind. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And there's enough there to make a fire, so this is my campsite for tonight, folks. Just give you another look at this. I call it like Lord of the Rings, very Tolkien-esque, isn't it? Very Tolkien-esque. Oh man, fantastic. Right, I'm going to set the tent up. So that's me set up the tent, get myself ready. So I've set the tent up here. And actually Peter has joined us. So Peter's going to be here camping next to me. Okay, let's get some map time done here. So Achill Bothy, leaving Achill Bothy, basically I just took the path up. Initially I started heading down this way, which was wrong. you basically just go to the left of the bothy and then back up to the hill onto this trail, and it's a 4x4 track. And I then headed down to headed down the track into the forest here, and this is a part in the forest. I walked along here, really good 4x4 track, not a problem here. And I got to this bridge, and there's two ways to go. You can either walk all the way through the forest up here and then back out, or you can cut up and then sort of go along the forest. So I went over that rickety old bridge, as you'll see, and climbed up here, and it was actually quite boggy in places. In fact, there was one point, I think I said the video was about 20 foot by 8 foot or something, big boggy piece. Anyway, came through that, not a problem. Wind was blowing from southeast, started to pick up, actually getting stronger today. And I came out and I thought, oh, this will be a doddle, I thought, walking up here. Turned out this was actually quite tough. This was up and down, up and down, up and down, short steep climbs, boggy, till the very end here. And then about here, the path from the forest comes up and then joins it. And later when I talked to Callum and Kai at the Sorley's Bothy there, they told me they just walked straight through the forest, and it was a doddle. So yeah, maybe I didn't go through there because I thought it'd be too boggy. But anyway, they walked through there, it was not a problem. But then basically what happened is it's a good 4x4 track here all the way up. And then, not a good 4x4, so it's a good track all the way up here. But then I noticed that there is an actual 4x4 track which seems much newer, which sort of just basically follows like next to the river down here. And I was actually a bit higher up the hill, and I keep seeing this track, and eventually I ended up joining it back again. But I would suggest to people that you might just want to stay on this 4x4 track and just follow it all the way up. I don't know if it's going to get boggy in the future, but today it was certainly going to be quicker than seemingly going up and down here and then all the way around until you got up to here. But then once you come up here, it's actually a gentle climb to be up here. I was quite surprised how gentle it was. But you get to Loch Main here, and this is where it just starts to get unbelievably gorgeous, man. The views in this section here is absolutely fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. So just take your time and enjoy the views here, folks, because once you get up to here, the wind is starting to pick up to maybe 15 miles an hour at my back. And then go down here, it's actually a pretty damn steep climb down here, and it is like a rocky type climb with boulders and slabs. But just take your time and you'll eventually arrive at Sorley's Bothy. Now I'd done my homework in advance, and I knew that if I got there at lunchtime the tide would be out, so I knew I was going to spend about maybe an hour, 2 hours here having a good lunch, and then I was going to walk around the headland here instead of clambering over the top here. I had actually, instead of going up to the Carnock Bridge, I actually handrailed this mountain here and then crossed the river over at this point. So effectively I crossed the river just right here, enjoyed the 4x4 track, and that's where I fell in the riverbed there. I came down, it was about a 2 feet bank, and put my foot in a hole and came along here. But anyway, you come along here, and then, you know, we're going up, and I was going to camp at the Lord of the Rings, which is here. And this is where people will actually get lost. As you come along here, there actually is another pass, which goes higher up, just towards the end here. It splits, and it takes you up much higher. And I actually took that path up there, and for some reason it took me back down to the river. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I was listening to the Lord of the Rings. Anyway, I had to bushwhack back up again onto the path, and much higher, and then avoided clambering over any boulders whatsoever. So if you're clambering over boulders in that section, you're in the wrong place. Then obviously today I then stopped at this fantastic Lord of the Rings place, which was just absolutely magnificent.